Hey everyone, I'm Veronica and welcome to the Filmstock channel. In today's video, we will be discussing why Filmstock is the best place to find quick and professional looking effects for your videos. To really step up your filmmaking and turn your videos from this
too many, I'm going too crazy and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit.
to this.
Too many, I'm going too crazy and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit.
So why Filmstock, do you ask? Well, it's because with Filmstock you can find everything that you will need to create an awesome video in one place. It's a one-stop shop for music, stock footage, video effects such as transitions, titles, overlays, filters and many more. Let's have a quick look at just what you can find on the Filmstock website. If you visit the Filmstock website, you'll be able to browse through the variety of different effects that are on offer. The effects are both compatible with the Filmora video editor and After Effects. On the website you'll also find stock footage, music and sound effects, as well as stock images, 3D animations, and of course the effects, which usually include different titles, filters, overlays, elements, and transitions. If you have a particular theme in mind, you can also use the search function to see if there are any effects that match that theme. For example, if we type in birthday, and as you see, we have so many different tags with birthdays. If we click on this free one right here, you'll see that it includes 9 different titles, 17 elements, 3 effects, which are usually overlays or filters, and 3 transitions. Music can really make or break your videos. It's important to have access to a wide variety of amazing songs to choose from. With Filmstock, you can browse for different genres, vibes or occasions. What your audience sees combined with music can elicit different emotional responses. You can even use the rhythm of a song to edit your video to. This helps to integrate the sound with the visuals and can help to emphasize your stories. Just have a look at these 2 clips to see what difference the sound makes.
Too crazy and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit.
With Filmstock, you also have access to a wide array of stock footage. You might think that this is the sort of thing that only corporations use to make cheesy videos, but stock footage can actually be very useful to everyone and add more interest to your videos. On one of my last shoots, I actually didn't have enough time to film some footage of the environment to get enough variety that I needed for my video. This is where stock footage came in so handy in particular, because I was able to fill out all those missing gaps with specific shots from the stock website. Take a look at these 2 examples, with the first one being made up of just the footage I had, and the second one having some additional stock footage so that the audience doesn't get bored with the same subject for the whole video.
All I really take is a little taste. I like girl blue eyes with a little bass. All I really take is a little taste. I like girl blue eyes.
Tell me in the comment section below which video you preferred. Now let's talk about probably my favorite thing about Filmstock, that it is directly integrated into the Filmora video editor, so that you don't have to keep going back and forth from the website to the video editor to get the effects that you need. If we open up Filmora 11, you can see that we can simply use the search functions integrated into the editor to download the effects straight into the software. Filmstock offers many customizable titles. You can either download them in a bundle from the Filmstock website or individually in Filmora 11. Let's have a look at how to add titles to a video and customize them. So this is the Wondershare Filmora 11 video editor, and I've just put a few clips onto the timeline just so that we have something there. And I'm just going to go through the tabs and show you how Filmstock is integrated within the video editor. So for example, if we wanted to add a title to this video, we could go to the titles tab, and on the left side you'll pretty much have a whole library of different titles that you can download into the video editor. So they are kind of grouped into categories depending on their theme. So let's go into the What's New tab. From here you can just pretty much see all the previews of the titles. From here you can see the previews of the different titles, so some of them are title screens and some of them are lower thirds that overlay onto your footage. You can also click on this grid icon on the top right corner of the window, where you can filter out the titles based on your subscription. So if you have the free, standard or premium subscription, so for example if we were to have the standard subscription, you can see that these are all the different titles that are included within that subscription. And as we keep scrolling, you'll see that more and more titles keep popping up. On the left side, you can actually see that there are 500 titles in just the What's New tab. Most of the titles are animated, so in order to see the animations, you will have to double click on the thumbnail, and that will basically start the download process. And once it's downloaded, you can double click on it to get the preview on the right side. If you're happy with the title, you can then click and drag it onto your timeline. You can click on the side of the title to increase its length or decrease it by dragging out the side. And of course, if you want to customize it, you just have to double click on the title on the timeline and you'll have this controls window open up. From here, you can use the title group controller to control the whole title. So for example, we can scale it down and move it onto the side. On the left side in this big title box, you can customize the text on the title, and you can change the font of the title. You can also customize the size, make it bold, italic, change the positioning of it. And if you have a look on the left, you'll see that there are some text style presets. So you can just highlight your text and then click one of these text styles to change it. Similarly, if you wanted to customize the other title, you just have to click on it within the preview, and then you can change it in the text box. You can actually change the positioning of the text by clicking on the text boxes directly on the preview, and you can drag them into a different place to affect the way that they will appear on the title. So this is what our title looks like now. Like with the titles using Filmora 11, you can also add the Filmstock filters and overlays into your videos. Filters and overlays are found in the Effects tab. Just like with the titles, we have this panel on the left side with the whole library. So you can actually sort them by filters and overlays. Let's click on the filters drop-down menu. Here you have the filters sorted into some categories. Let's click on the Instagram one. At first glance, you might think that these filters are just a little bit too over the top, but that is very easy to change. So for example, if we choose a filter that we like, for example this one, the Summer Glow, we can double click on it to download it into the video editor, and then simply click and drag it onto the timeline. I'm just going to move the title up onto track number 3 so that we can extend a filter by dragging the ends out over the whole clip. So as I said before, these filters do appear very strong, and that's because they are made to suit different types of footage. So for example, if you were to shoot in a really flat profile, you would need a lot of color grading to get these colors out. To change the strength of the filter, you just have to double click it on the timeline, and you can use the opacity slider to decrease the strength of the filter. The same can be done with the overlays. So if we go into the overlays tab and for example go into old film, you'll notice that we have lots of different film effects, the sort you get on film cameras. So you can actually combine the filters and the overlays by clicking and dragging them on top of each other. You can see that this one adds a kind of a crinkled paper effect over the video. And this is what the filters look like combined together. And finally, let's check out the elements that you can get from Filmstock and how to add them to your videos using Filmora 11. So in the Elements tab, you'll get lots of different icons that you can use for your videos. This will be really useful for content creators. As you can see straight up, we have lots of subscribe buttons prompting your viewers to subscribe to your channel. And all of these effects are fully animated. So if we double click on one to download it and then click and drag it onto the timeline, you can see all of the animations. You can change the positioning of the elements by double clicking on the element in the timeline, and then you can either use the transform tab over here to change the rotation, scale and positioning of your element, or you can double click on it on the actual preview and you can use this to scale it down and move it around, which I find is a little bit easier. There is tons of stuff that you can do with the elements. You can get really creative with them. You can see just how many different types of elements you have on here. So you can use them to highlight any funny moments in your videos. You can use them for your social media videos to add more interest. So that's it for this video. I hope that you found it useful and I gave you some more insights into why Filmstock is one of the best places to get professional looking effects for your videos. Let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos you would like to see from the Filmstock channel. And of course, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Filmstock channel for more content like this. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!